Hey, what's up guys? Tommy here. So I just got back from a month of a Eurotrip. I literally just got home in the past hour. So I'm gonna show you guys how I packed for my Eurotrip. This is also for myself. I saw some travel videos, but this will help me remember and let you guys know what you should bring to Europe. First thing to note, you really don't need that much stuff. I've been gone for a month and you think you need more, but you really don't need much. So I've got my GoPro on me, just as you saw. So I'll walk you through it. So first thing you'll notice my outfit, this t-shirt and these jeans. I wore this outfit a lot when I was there. So a good pair of comfy jeans are really important. And then, you know, just good comfy t-shirts that you like, that look good, that you could wear a lot of places. I also brought this jacket. So today is October 27th. So it was fairly cold. I was in northeastern Europe for the most part. So this is really handy. This is a leather jacket. I would say it's a little light, but nonetheless, it worked pretty well and it's easy to carry with you. So far, jeans, one shirt, and a jacket. I wore this a lot when I was there. This scarf I just bought one of my last days in Helsinki. So if you're going somewhere cold, I might just wait till I get to Europe if I were you and buy a cool scarf there. But this is really handy for staying warm in the wintertime. So here's my bag. It's about 20 pounds. It's not that heavy. I did some traveling on the budget airlines like Ryanair, and it could easily fit in there. It's a little bulgy right now just because I didn't pack it to maximize it. But I'll show you some really cool important things. Let me just check my pockets to see what other things I have that would be important. Okay. I do want to mention these Listerine strips. These are awesome. Just real quick, I always carry these with me. Just keep your breath fresh. These are amazing. So you can get these on Amazon for packets of them, like 3 at a time. All right, so there's a way to packing that makes it really, really good for you. So the way to do that are these little travel cubes. So this is one for my toiletries. And hopefully this camera does a good job here. This is my dirty clothes bag. Here's my iPad, just an extra bag. These are my Sperry's. So essentially these function as my dress shoes while I was there. And they're probably a little dirty now, but these were great to bring. And I thought about if I should bring them or not. I'm really happy I did. So my main pair of tennis shoes, they're just a pair of tennis shoes basically, black pair of tennis shoes that look pretty good, but these were great for going out and just looking a little better. So I like my outfit, just like you guys saw with my t-shirt, jeans, and these Sperry's look pretty good. And you can go most places there. So this is my clothes. And again, this is just pretty raw footage. I haven't really sorted it super well, but it's good. It's good to see it raw. So I'll show you guys what I have in here. And again, these travel cubes are amazing, as you can see, because it keeps everything organized. Like as I'm opening my bag now, if I wanted to repack it, just throw my travel cube in here, throw my toiletries in, and so on. You can see it's really easy to pack. If you don't have these travel cubes, your clothes are going to be a mess. These things are amazing. So these are actually probably the most important thing for your travels. You can actually see I have some extras over there. One of those actually a laptop case. But and I didn't bring my laptop. That's one thing I'll talk about in a little bit, but the travel cubes are amazing. So let's see what I have in here. So basically I have a bunch of pair of boxers. Here's my shirt, and I just kind of threw it in here. One thing I learned too as you're traveling, I went to 7 cities in a month. So rolling your shirts. So the way I did that, you know, when you travel a lot, you just don't really care too much, and it works really well. Just kind of do this, and then you can, hopefully the camera's catching this, just kind of roll it. That's all you need to do. Boom, good to go. That prevents wrinkles in your shirt, and again, they stay pretty organized in the travel cube. This one, clearly I didn't do that with, but whatever, is the tail end of my trip. So what do I have here in terms of clothes? let's look a little bit more at the organization, and then I'll show you what I have. It's really pretty simple though. Beyond this, this is for my dress shirts, and then I've got my electronics in here, passport and stuff in here, so we'll go through it all. All right, so we're on clothes right now, so let's just stay focused. So here's another shirt, and I didn't wear this too much, probably just a couple times, but just to give you an idea, realistically, most of the time I was going, I had my jeans and the shirt you saw me in, and this is another blue shirt. I wore this a lot. I had this, was kind of a dressier shirt. I didn't wear it as much, but it's good to have. So we are at the shirt I'm wearing, second shirt there, third shirt, fourth shirt. So there's 4 shirts, and then here are 2 dress shirts. I've got a red dress shirt in here, and then a gray one, and that is basically, and I really rarely wore those. I brought the dress shirt just in case there's some places that require you to have something fancier, but I didn't really use it much. Honestly, I was just fine with my t-shirt, and I went to a lot of nightlife places. I think good shoes are important, so I'm glad I had those. Okay, so we're at a couple shirts. I'd say pick 3 to 4 light shirts that you'd wear. Light is really important, a theme throughout all of this. You want light clothing. Here's a pair of shorts because I went to Greece. These were handy, and again, just 1 pair was sufficient. I did actually have 1 more pair. These worked really well, so I'll show you. Maybe I'll make a list at the end of the video just to go over everything. So these kind of breathable gym shorts were really cool. I just like wearing these, and they also doubled for me as a swimsuit. I went to a swimming pool / sauna one day, so these are also really good to bring. They can double as a swimsuit for you. So as far as shirts go, again, we have I'd say 3 to 4 light t-shirts / polo shirts, and then a dress shirt or 2 be a good idea. Make sure it matches whatever you're wearing, like jeans. You can wear jeans basically everywhere. The same jeans you see me in, I wore virtually the whole trip, and it works just fine. It was pretty cold where I was at, so I wasn't sweating too much in them, but staying in Airbnbs, you can wash your clothes too. All right, so then just a bunch of boxers, and then a couple pairs of socks. I washed my clothes probably 2 to 3 times while I was there, and so yeah, you're mainly, it's when you want to wash all your boxers, and then you can wash your clothes and stuff too, but that worked pretty well. All right, so this is just an extra bag. All right, and I'll go through what I have in my toiletry bag too. So let's just recap for a second for clothes. We have the jacket. You should definitely bring that. You want to bring 3 to 4 shirts. You want to bring your boxers if you're a guy, or I'm sure underwear if you're a girl, and some socks. The key here is to minimize what you want to bring. You'd really be surprised at how little you need. I was gone a month, and I had everything I needed here in this backpack. By the way, this backpack is Cabin Max, which there's a lot of backpacks. This is one of them that are designed to fit the maximum cabin space. This is one of them. This is a pretty good one, so I was happy with it. Worked out well. All right, so we've gone through shirts, your jeans, your shorts. Yeah, and again, you need less clothes than you think you would. So that's everything here. That's your dirty clothes. Travel cube. Again, these travel cubes are absolutely critical. You can find them off Amazon. They're pretty cheap. They're like, I think $10 or $20. They're like $10 each. You buy a pack of them. This is one set I got, this red set, and that's actually under that thing over there is the other part of it that I didn't actually need, so I didn't bring it. And then the black ones were a set too. So this one I used for my dirty clothes. This I used for my main clothes, and this one for my toiletries. Okay, so let's look at my toiletries. So, and this is again how big the toiletry bag is, so not very big. Tried to minimize this, and I was pretty happy with it. All right, so first things first. I actually bought this comb when I was out there. This is a light smaller light comb. You can actually probably find something even smaller than this. I had a bigger comb here at home, but I really wanted small stuff. But small comb, it's good. So I take vitamins, so I load up on vitamins. Clearly I didn't go through all of them, but I take a lot of vitamin C, multivitamin, fish oil, vitamin D, and multivitamin, and some other stuff. So vitamin B complex. So these are your vitamins, and I would just, you know, every time I'm doing my toiletries, I see them to remind myself, and then I would have these whenever I want. I brought some Q-tips, you know, for whenever you need. I probably used, I don't know, a couple of them. I didn't really need them that much. I brought some antacids if I ever got stomach acids, because that could be uncomfortable, though I didn't really need these. I just brought these just in case. All right, so these are Tylenol, Band-Aids, and Neosporin. These I didn't use at all, but this is like just kind of emergency stuff that you may need, so just a good idea to bring these. I'm glad I brought them, even though I never use these. Toothbrush. This is my toothbrush, and if I were to change something, I have a Sonicare toothbrush, which I really like the electric toothbrushes, but it was too big. I didn't want to pack that heavy, so I just bought a normal toothbrush. But they have toothbrushes that are electric that are just a little bigger than this, and that's what one thing I would do differently if I were you as far as toothbrush. Toothpaste, I probably could have got a smaller toothpaste container too. Again, a small adjustment I would make if I were doing it again, but this worked fine. Retainers, didn't wear them as much as I probably should have. Mouthwash, small little mouthwash. I actually found this on the go. So when you're traveling, you'll find some shops sometimes in the airport that sell these, and this was like $1 or like £1. I think I got it in London. So these are good, and of course floss. Got to brush and floss, and with mouthwash. Deodorant, another thing I found in the airport that when you're heading out, you can't have a normal spray deodorant. I use spray deodorant. I don't use the kind you rub on your skin, but I found these in London too, and they were also about £1 or £1.50 each. So I actually bought a couple of these, and these were great for deodorant. These are 1 ounce, I believe, 35 milliliters. They lasted me about a week each, so I calculated pretty well. This one's actually still mostly full, but this is my last one. So depending on how long you're going for, if you're going for a month, 4 of these would be great. You can probably find them off Amazon and stuff too, but those were very helpful. Some lotion is good, and then this is some specific face lotion I bought while I was out there. It's probably good to have some face lotion. Just some clippers if you need it. Little thing of cologne. And then we have some nail clippers. You use these once or twice. A razor. This was sufficient for me. This is a body wash, and this is shampoo. So, and actually I stayed in a lot of Airbnbs that had body washes and shampoos, so I didn't actually really use these that much, but I brought these too. And then finally my trimmer. I don't actually shave a lot of times. I just trim my beard and then kind of shave to, you know, shave around it to shape it, but that's what I use. Oops. Okay, so that's that. So those are all my toiletries. We'll just kind of push these aside for now. I'm trying to keep this camera a little more stable. All right. Okay, and then so these are my electronics, and some of these relate to the toiletries as well. So one thing I brought, of course, is my charger for my trimmer, though I never used it in hindsight. I guess my trimmer was charged up when I went. It was good, but I had brought this just in case. I brought a couple extra cards. And so just so you can see what this pocket I used here in my bag, this pocket was like the stuff I don't use that often. So I didn't want those just hanging out with the rest of the stuff that I use more often, and I'll show you the rest of that stuff in just a minute. But other than that, I had my shaving cream in here. See if we can find that. And again, I don't really fully shave a lot of times, just like against my cheek and stuff. So, but I brought it. I didn't really use it too much. You find hot water works fine. And then my GoPro back, I didn't use this either really. in case I want to go underwater or something. All right, so that's that stuff. And these are the electronics. There's some important stuff in here too. So this is one cool thing I had, which was, I think this is meant for toiletries, but I actually found it really helpful for putting electronic stuff in here that I wasn't using often. For example, I brought my iPad. So my iPad lasts quite a while. I don't need to charge it that often. So right now it's not in there because I just kind of threw everything when I was leaving. But I would typically have this thing. This is the iPad charger. This is a charger for this, which is a power bank. And these are one of the most important things you could bring with you. This is a kind of a mid-sized power bank. I think it has 10,000 milliamps or whatever, like a full charge for your phone. And I would basically use this for a long flight. It's like my backup or lifesaver if I need it. Like this will allow me to use my phone my whole flight, though some airplanes have chargers now on them. But just these are really good to have. Like you will appreciate having this. And this was my smaller one, and this is again absolutely huge, guys, for traveling. These are such a huge benefit. When you get to a place, if you're traveling around, maybe you want to head out right away and maybe your phone's at 50%, and rather than having to wait at home for your phone to charge, if you just have one of these guys charged up, just put it in your pocket. It really doesn't, it's not burdensome, very minimally burdensome, and it gives you a lot of freedom. Also, like if you're going out at nighttime, you want to be able to have your freedom to just go out and not have to worry about your phone dying or something. So these give you a lot of peace of mind. And of course, here's my cable for it, which I probably need to get a new cable. It was just beat up before I even came on the trip. But that's how I rolled. So these power banks are amazing. And again, if you're not using something, you can put it in here. This is the charger for that power bank. The power bank I'd use frequently, so I didn't really go in there. This was my GoPro charger, so this would probably be in there. I had an extra battery for my GoPro, just right here. So that was also a great thing if you're bringing a GoPro, is have an extra battery or two. You can buy these off Amazon. And so I typically would have, if one battery was dead, I'd have another battery good to go. So that was super handy. All right, this is a cool thing too. So extension cable, super handy, because sometimes you never know how close your power outlet's gonna be to where you need to plug into. So the extension cable was huge. Europe has this kind of charger. This is how they look. So I actually brought more, but you don't need those. You just need wherever you're going. If you're going to Europe, take this. If you're going to Asia, find out what outlet you need and take that. Again, just packing as light as possible. And so yeah, this is my extension cable, super handy. This is my phone charger, and as you can see, it has a long cable. That's on purpose. Again, I just like to have a lot of freedom for moving, for charging and stuff. I have a Nexus 6P, so it just plugs in like that. Earplugs I brought because I heard you might need them, though I didn't really need them very much, though here they are nonetheless. Paper clips. I actually bought these when I'm out there. Obviously, you don't need to buy paper clips when you're out there, but I'd actually bring a few with you. Why? Especially if you have a phone that you can change the SIM cards, this is super handy. When you're traveling, that's one thing I found. I was really worried about service and that kind of stuff. Numerous countries I went to, Romania, let's see, I didn't actually try it in Greece, but Finland, Estonia, Poland, you can get SIM cards for super cheap and like short-term plans less than a month for super cheap. I'm talking in Romania, it was 8 euros. In Poland, it was like 1 euro. I think it was like an introductory thing. In Finland, it was 5 euros. So super handy just to be able to switch those SIM cards out, have a couple paper clips with you just so you don't have to worry about doing that. And this was a massage ball, like a self-massage ball, which I'll massage against the wall or on the floor. It's just handy for me, kind of physically active. This helps me massage out any trigger points and stuff. So this, at home, I use a, where is it? Sometimes I use a Theracane. I didn't have this with me, but I use this sometimes at home or other tools like a foam roller or stuff, just if you're active. But this massage ball, if you're active, it's a lacrosse ball, is a lifesaver. This is your this is how you can massage whatever muscles need it if you need it. So yeah, I think we went through it all. That's about all my stuff. It's funny, it's like that's all you really need. You use your phone a lot, so therefore the power bank's really handy. You use your iPad at times. But yeah, that is everything. And again, this allows you to travel on Ryanair or wherever you want, budget airlines. The only thing that I kind of wish I brought was my laptop, but I have a bigger laptop, so if you have a small laptop, then you can probably get away with it. But I wish I brought it so I could make some more videos while I was there. You may not need that, so you may not need it. But if you do work, it is a nice thing to try to bring your laptop if you have a small laptop. If not, it's not the end of the world. I survive without it. So, yep. All right, I just wanted to get this out while I just got home. Again, it's for myself and for you guys too. If you like the video, please hit that like button. And if you haven't yet, follow me for good vibe stuff. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.